Good morning, Joanna. I appreciate you coming in today to see me, and taking some time to talk with me about a few things. How are you feeling right now?
I'm okay. I'm feeling a little anxious, but I know I need to be here, and talk to you about what's going on with me right now. I've been having those nightmares again, and the ones about when I was kidnapped, when I was a child. They've been really intense lately, and have been bothering me, more regularly now. So I felt like it was necessary for me to come in and talk to you about this.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that those nightmares are coming back. That sounds really tough. It's really brave of you, though, to confront these feelings. Um, Today, I wanted to take it slow and discuss how we can work together to help you feel safer and more control of these memories. Does that sound okay to you?
Yes, that would be good. I really want to find a way to deal with this so I can feel better, and kind of go on with my life. That
Great.
makes sense.
Let's get started by talking about what happens in these nightmares and only share what you feel comfortable with. We don't need to go into every detail, especially if it feels overwhelming. I want to remind you this is a very safe place and I want to make it as comfortable as possible for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Well, the nightmares really start with, I with the moment I was taken. Um, they just feel like I'm right back where I was then, and I feel helpless, almost as if, I have no control, and I almost feel like a child again, although I know I'm an adult. Just something that's not in my control, and as much as I scream or want to fight who's ever taken me, I can't see it, and I'm just almost weighed down. And I wake up and I'm, just very stressed. My heart is beating, just very frightened.
Yeah, that sounds insanely frightening, incredibly frightening for you. Um, when you wake up from these nightmares, what usually helps you feel a little bit safer, just a little bit?
Well, most of the time I turn the light on immediately. I have a lamp right next to my night table. I usually have a glass of water with me. And I sit up, I take a few sips, calm myself down a little bit. I try to remind myself of where I am, that I'm home and that I'm not there again. And it's, almost trying to refocus where I am. So it's not, um, kind of like, in my nightmare where I was. So almost just kind of like back to reality, sort of. So I just kind of have a conversation with myself, like, you're okay, you're safe, you're okay, you're safe type thing. But turning on the lights obviously like is immediate. Sometimes it helps. And the glass of water sometimes also helps because it calms me down a little bit.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Using the light to ground yourself in the present is a really good strategy. So good job on doing that and utilizing that. It's a way to like just tell your body that you're here and now and you're not in the past, you're not in that nightmare where you're that you experienced in your childhood. And we
Yeah.
can build on grounding techniques. Some other grounding techniques that I have had some success with a few other clients. Have you ever heard of using the five senses and just taking account where for each of the senses, something I see, something I taste, something I feel, smell, hear, anything like that?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, that's something that we can absolutely work on. There another one would be keeping some comforting items like a soft blanket or a warm cup of tea. Those can just add that comfort and that feel you can have add a feeling of safety, that sense of safety for yourself, and have that right next to the bedside, so easily accessible to you as well. What do you think about that?
Yeah, sounds good. I could definitely try something like that also.
Okay, good. Let's explore that then. Now, moving forward with our sessions, I want to introduce you to a concept called narrative reconstruction. It's a way to revisit your experiences and possibly reshape them. So, by doing so, we're aiming to reduce the distress that they cause you without ignoring the reality of your past. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great. I would be very interested in trying something like that.
Okay. Sometimes it can feel a little bit scary to revisit these memories, so we will go at a pace that feels comfortable for you, and remember that you're the one in control here. So you can always tell me to pause or stop, or if you just need a break at any time. I just want you to know that you have the ability to share that with me, and I'd be more than happy to take that break with you.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That makes me feel better about it. You know, it could absolutely be scary to try to relive everything, although I'm motivated to move on and try to make these stop. It is scary kind of reopening everything back up.
Mhm. Yeah, you're welcome. Um, it's important that you feel secure here to me, so that's one of my top priorities. Um, Now, I also want to talk to you about the physical reactions you might be experiencing when you recall these traumatic events or when you have these nightmares. Understanding your body's reactions can make them a little less daunting. Would you be okay discussing this?
Yes, yes. I like to understand why I feel the way I do. Um, Absolutely.
Okay. When we experience trauma, our body may continue to react to similar stressors as if the original event um, might happen again, even if we are in a safer environment now where that's probably not likely, but still our body has that reaction. So this can manifest as an accelerated heartbeat, sweating, or even feeling a sense of being frozen. So recognizing these as normal responses to trauma can be empowering and the first step in regaining control over how we respond to these triggers.
Yeah, no, that explains a lot. You know, I feel like I do have a lot of like physical reaction in my body. Just, I wake up in like a sweat or cold sometimes, or just, my heart beating out of my chest. So yeah, that explains a lot.
Okay. Yeah, so those can be some pretty intense reactions, but it is normal. It's a normal survival mechanism, but we can work together on strategies to calm these responses and remind your body that the danger has passed. We can work on some deep breathing, mindfulness exercises, and other relaxation techniques. We'll practice these together until you feel confident using them on your own. I just want to give you a solid base and make sure that you know that you're not alone in this. And I want to work on this together
Yeah.
as a team
Mhm.
until you're fully ready. How does that plan sound?
That sounds good. I'm willing to try anything at this point that might help, make me feel better.
That's a great approach to have. You have a goal of getting better and just keep that goal in mind. And it'll be a difficult process, but I know that you're strong enough to handle this, and I'm here every step of the way with you. So I want to say thank you for sharing today with me. And then for our next session, we can start practicing some of these techniques, and we can also continue discussing more about this narrative reconstruction that I talked about earlier. Does that work for you?
Yes, yes, it does. Thank you.
All right. And before we end, I just did want to just take a moment and take 3 deep breaths. How does that sound?
Okay,
All
I
right.
can do it.
Ready? In and out. Another one. In and out. And last one. In and out. All right, Joanna. I look forward to our next session. Take care until then, okay?
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you.